and red lights across our state.
More than 186,000 fines were handed out across 15 hotspot areas, including Heidelberg, the CBD, Footscray, Sunshine West, Rowville and Frankston.
Wherever you're driving on our roads, it's not enough to just obey the law when you think you know where the cameras are.
Almost 200 lives have been lost on Victorian roads so far this year, and despite endless campaigning, speed continues to be a major factor in fatal collisions.
We know that people think that travelling a few K over the speed limit is okay. It's not. Travelling just 5 kilometres over the speed limit in a 60-kilometre zone actually doubles your crash risk.
All it takes is a simple change to
slow down the lives lost on our roads.
Isabel Quinlan, 9 News.
Critics have slammed plans announced by Lord Mayor Nick Rees to sell off the City of Melbourne share of the historic Regent Theatre. He says it'll happen if he's re-elected, with the money from the controversial sale put towards revitalising the city's art scene. Chester Nahn has more.
For nearly a century, the one-time People's Picture Palace has been the pride of Melbourne's theatre scene. It began life as a silent movie venue and has since hosted blockbuster musicals like The Lion King, Moulin Rouge and Wicked. Now the Regent Theatre is centre stage in the city's battle for Lord Mayor.
If I'm re-elected as Lord Mayor, then I will look to sell the City of Melbourne's share in the Regent Theatre.
The council owns a 51% stake in the venue, worth up to $50 million. If Nick Rees has his way, he'll spend the money on local artists, live music and neighbourhood theatres. A new winter festival also part of the proposal.
That will do far more to stimulate our creative industries and artistic folks in our city than having that money tied up in bricks and mortar in a successful commercial theatre.
But his grand plan has been met with a chorus of criticism.
It's a complete disgrace to sell a public asset without considering all the processes.
The town hall budget is absolutely blown. It's just one of many fire sales that we've seen from the City of Melbourne.
Built in 1929, the Regent has survived a fire and multiple closures before the curtain fell in 1970. After a long public campaign to save it, the heritage-listed theatre was restored and reopened in 1996.
We will save the Regent Theatre for generations to come so that families and people right across our city can actually come here and enjoy some of the amazing shows that it has to offer.
The City of Melbourne Council election will be held in October. Chester Nahn, 9 News.
Desperate Hawks fans will have to fork out top dollar to get to Adelaide to watch their team tackle the Power on Friday night. Clint Stanaway joins me now with more. Clint, flights are filling fast.
They are, Pete. Good evening to you. A scan of the website suggests getting to Adelaide is going to be pricey, especially if fans are planning to fly on Friday. On Qantas, for instance, most one-way fares right now around $950, but the airline has just added an additional flight, which is selling for about $430. Now, Virgin is around $630, and like Qantas, there's now one extra service. As for tickets, the Friday night semi-final, they go on sale to Hawthorn members tomorrow at 10, and already the club expects around 2,000 Hawkers to be there in the stands. That match kicks off 7:40 Melbourne time, with the Giants to host the Lions in Sydney on Saturday night at 7:30. Just 6 teams now remain in the hunt for the Cup, and right now the Hawks are asking the question, why not us?
To execute on Friday the way we did was, so pleasing, and that's why you get the energy we had today.
Well, what about the Blues? Their finals dream ended badly last night. They arrived home this afternoon. We'll hear from Sam Walsh a little later in Sport Tonight, and the latest from Chief Football Reporter Tom Morris on the investigation from the AFL into a Giants heavy hitter after the Swans' heart-stopping win. That's all coming up soon, Pete.
OK, thank you, Clint. And when 9 News Melbourne returns, exclusive access to the bicycle superhighway set to transform riders' commute from the west. Nicole Kidman rushes home from Cannes after the death of her mother, Janelle. Gone in just seconds, demolition experts bring down an abandoned skyscraper.
89.9 The Light.